Hey everyone, my name is Educated, also known as I Can't Spell. You may remember me as the guy who commentated over Superhands' 374 kills game on the Relaxing Ends channel. Recently he's taken down that video, in light of what is on the screen right now. What you're seeing is a screenshot of the Skype conversation between 5 and 5, Superhands and myself. In this conversation, we heavily discussed the mystery and the controversy surrounding Superhands' 374 kill game. What we found was not very supportive of Superhands. What it was condemning evidence against the legitimacy of this game. For right now, the world record now belongs with Steve's 366 kill game, which we'll see later in the video. Right now, I'd like to let 5 and 5, also known as Zombos for Life on YouTube, explain his reasoning and really point out to you guys why this game is illegitimate. In addition, I want to apologize because I was so vehement in defending Superhands and his legitimacy. Now I seem like the idiot. And while I understand this isn't my fault, and perhaps I put my personal friendship in front of the facts, and that is my fault. So apologies for that. Now 5 and 5, take it away.
Hey, it's 5 and 5. I'm primarily a PC player, and, well, I was just like many of the people on Superhands' 374 kill game. I had doubts about the game. The only difference between me and most of them, well, is instead of just leaving hateful comments saying it's unlegit, I actually went in and tried to prove it. And I'm glad to say today I have enough proof to make this video and show you guys exactly what is wrong with the game. Since I do play on PC and I do understand how the game works on PC compared to console. So without further ado, I'll try to explain as best as I can what exactly is wrong with this game. So, as you'll see here, he comes up to the telepad, he knifes that dog, then he pulls up his leaderboards, and it shows that he has exactly 31 kills. He knifes one more zombie after that, so he should have 32 kills. He then goes on to killing an entire horde on the telepad. And as most of you know already, only 20 zombies at max can spawn in at no one's at a time. So if he kills one full horde, that should put his total kill count to 52. So at this point in time, when he pack-a-punch, it should be a 52 kill pack-a-punch. Then he goes out, and you should notice right here, there's a bunch of arms and legs where he threw the first grenade. I'll get back to that in a second. Anyways, now make sure you understand that he has 650 points. He shoots one sally shot, and then he gets 1,500 points. If you do the math, you realize that he gained 850 points from that one shot. If you divide 850 by 50, 50 points per kill, you realize he has 17 kills from that one shot, which puts his total kills to 69. Then he goes up to the telepad, and there's a black screen. After this black screen, everything looks normal, he has the same points, he's the same character. The only difference is he doesn't show his kill board. Then he groups up an entire horde on the telepad, and shoots it. At this point, he should have no more than 89 kills. Yet, immediately after, he pulls up his leaderboards, and what do you know it? 93. That is 93 kills, which is not possible, no matter how you look at it. That is not possible with the start he showed. So, back to that original point. If you come down here, you will notice that there is no arms or legs at both the grenade spots. And just as importantly, if you notice, there's actually no arms or legs anywhere on the map that you can see, which is also quite suspicious. Anyways, everything else about this game is all speculation, so there's nothing else I can actually prove. I have many thoughts and theories of what did happen before that black screen, but nothing I can prove, so there's no reason to me talking about things that may have or may not have happened.
Thanks 5 and 5, that was well said. Now it's come to my attention that Superhands has relinquished this world record to Steve. His 366 kill game is quite the excellent masterpiece of zombies gameplay. Superhands broke that, and unfortunately he didn't have the start recorded, is what he claims. He spliced together this gameplay and tried to pass it off as a world record. We understand how hard he worked, but for the effort that a world record requires, sometimes you're going to run into a lot of bullshit, and sometimes you're going to have to take it to the next level and work even harder. He understands that this record can't be claimed as legitimate anymore, and that's why he's relinquished it. But there's something that is nagging at us. The people that discovered this, the people that have been hating on Superhands for a while. Turns out that hate wasn't too unjustified. And that hate was just doubt. Doubt phrased the wrong way, doubt phrased improperly. Nevertheless, they were onto something. It comes clear when someone lies to you once. Then you ask yourself, when else have they lied? What else have they lied about? What else have they tried to cover up? They only told the truth because they were caught in the act. I mean, you can see from the screenshot, didn't you? Sure, he told the truth, and that may be admirable to some. He apologized. He made posts to his friends, and he said, this is something that he deeply regrets. But it's unfortunate, really. Unfortunate that you have to be pushed down into a corner. That you have to be backed down where you have no possible way out in order for you to tell the truth. Obviously, he was trying to hide something. That's all I can say. I can't really claim anything as fact. I'm not one to turn fiction into facts. Superhands was a friend of mine, and I regret that this is happening. But there's nothing I can do about it except inform the public, because the Zombies community deserves to know who is legitimate and who is not. Superhands is a great strategist. We can't take that away from him. You can't cheat strategy. It's worked for many, many people. But what we can question is everything he's ever done. We don't know that for a fact, and we don't know that it's completely legitimate either. We're in a gray area right now, and we have to let the people decide for themselves. We have opinions, I have opinions, you have opinions. I'll leave that all up to you. At the end of the day, the Zombies community deserves better. This is a case about knowing your limits. Each person is differently skilled in the gameplay. Some people may be better than others. And at the end of the day, going to high rounds and performing at the highest level that we expect around these parts, that's really a testament to maybe not just your skill, but the environment that you live in. For instance, if you're unable to leave your PC or your console on for a really long time because you have many people using the power supplies in your house, you have a shared PC, you have a shared console, that's okay, that's understandable. It limits what you're able to do in order to get a world record, in order to go to really high rounds. And at the end of the day, you really shouldn't force what you're not capable of. And maybe one day, if you are really determined, you'll get into a situation where you can force those high rounds and force those world records. But Superhands was a great strategist. He was a brilliant mind of the game. He knew so much, and perhaps that's what made it so believable, that we expected the person that came up with all these great strategies to also set world records. Did Superhands know his limits? I don't know. What world records did he push? What world records did he finagle in order to pass them off as legitimate? These are things that only time can tell. These are things that time may never tell. All in all, we've lost someone in the community. Superhands is taking a break. He says he'll be back around Black Ops 2. I hope that we can put this behind us and move forward. Celebrate that Steve, 366 kills on No Man's Land. We can celebrate the discovery of new methods of finding out glitchers, cheaters, hackers. Excellent job to 5 and 5 here. Excellent job to everyone who's involved. It takes real guts to stand up to a friend, to someone you thought was a friend, to tell them, you know what, man, this thing that you work hard for, maybe it's not legitimate. Maybe it's fake. It's a different situation. It was tough for me, having to confront Superhands, telling him, I don't really know, man. I don't know if this is legit or not. Just tell me the truth. Did we get the full truth? I hope so. Will we ever get the full truth if we didn't? Probably not. Once upon a time, there was a lie. It was truth never dies. And as sad as that is, it's true. Unfortunately for us in the community, we have to continue on. Unfortunately for me, I'm a little bit bitter, I will admit that, yes. There's an old saying that I like to apply to this situation. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Superhands has had a history. When he first came on a CallOfDutyZombies.com, he claimed around 161 on Ascension. At this point, no one really knew him, and he presented us with a screenshot. The screenshot was very sketchy, and we certainly could not consider it legitimate, although he tried to pass it off as one. Not sure if he was just trying to gain a reputation or really trying to get his name out there. Don't know. We'll never know, probably. But he did try to fool us, and that was his fault for doing it. But this time I forgot about all that. I put my personal preferences in front of what was truly there. I should have realized this when all the great players and all the experts of No Man's Land were coming to really scrutinize this game and really point out where things went wrong. I'm not the type of person to bash someone unknowingly. to bash someone to the point where they feel humiliated. But it's best that everyone knows about this, that people just don't find out months down the road that there is this video that is able to be accessed by all these people, because the truth shouldn't die. The truth should come out. We shouldn't hide anything from you guys, because sure, there are a lot of things going on in the back room, things that we talked about. This conversation between Superhands 5 and I, as well as a few others, dragged on. We really interrogated Superhands, gave him the chances to tell the truth, and at the end of the day, all we got was what is in this video. I'm sorry I can't tell you more, but I'm not the type of person, like I said, to confuse fiction with facts. That's not going to happen. I have respect for Superhands as a person. He's been a very nice person to me. He's been a good friend. You really don't know sometimes. On this little place we have called the internet, you really don't know who's fake, who's real, and what people are truly down to earth and what people are just all over the place, trying to troll the community, trying to take things into their own hands, trying to get a little bit of fame before they go out. You never really know these days, but sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. And in this case, the flow is telling us we gotta release what happened. I know some of you guys probably won't believe that this is fake. A lot of people will get hate for this. As this video draws to a close, I'd like to point out one last thing to you. Superhands cited my name, 5 and 5's name, and a few other people's names when claiming that this game was completely legitimate. He called us the No Man's Land experts that were reinforcing the legitimacy of his 374 kills game. People went with it, people believed it, but now, when it is those very experts, those very people that Superhands claimed to know whether or not this game was legitimate, tearing it down and questioning the integrity of this run, then what do we have? Then by extension, is this not an affirmation of its illegitimacy? That's the only speculation I'll give out from my end. I'm not going to burn any bridges. But like I've said a million times, I hate to sound repetitive, but it's true. The truth cannot die. The truth will never die, so long as the people who stand up for what is morally right in the face of what is ethically wrong carry on. In the face of YouTube, in the face of the zombies community, one nation, united under Richtofen, with liberty and zombification for all. My name's been Educated, aka I Can't Spell. Peace.
Cool. That's the fighting spirit. Ah, my shin. Stumpy! Check out the flying meat bucket! Get off of me, stump bag! Buttercup! I'm gonna burn at the seams! Whoa! Awesome! Ah! My shin! Booyah! House around them. Boom! Wrecked! for me! Yo, over here. Pay attention. Juice. Who else wants some of this? Need some lubrication. Check out the flying meat puppets! Got no rounds. Need to round up some rounds. Not a chance. That's sore. Who else wants some of this? Eat shit, you! Need to round up some rounds.